Today we're studying the word problem, so we're starting with the day one work. So we'll try some of these questions, we'll explain it, it will eventually get a little bit more complicated, so try to follow along, and we'll just see how far we can get today. So number 9, they're asking you to write each statement below and then solve it. So the first thing is, we're looking for some key words, like for example, we're looking for the word is, which is equals. We're looking for some words like times, which means multiplication, and words like out of or things like that, or the words plus in this situation. So when you have words like that, those are some key things. So let's start with number 9a. We'll enlarge this a little bit. I'm going to bring it down so we have a work spot up top. And it says 2 times a number is negative 10. So is negative 10, that's what that is, the equal sign is, 2 times is 2 multiplied by a number, which we'll call n. So 2 times a number is 10. And now they want you to solve this. Now remember, when I'm doing this, we don't really need to show this anymore. So when it's 2 times a number, we just get rid of the multiplication. It does mean multiplication, but we don't have to show it. So you just go 2n. Now we're going to solve this by just simply dividing by 2 on both sides. So n equals negative 5. Let's try D. 10 is equal to. So 10 is equal to 2 times a number, 2 times the number, just like we did here, plus 3.6. So 10 is equal to 2 times the number plus 3.6. We're just taking the language and we're converting it into symbols. So now we'll just solve this by going minus 3.6 minus 3.6 on both sides. Cancel that. 2n is equal to 6.4. Divide by 2 on both sides again, and is going to give me that 3.2. So remember, when you're writing that, you're looking for some keywords there, like is, 2 times a number, 4 times a number, 3 times a number, plus. Those are some keywords you have to keep in mind. So I'm going to clear this and move it up so we can see a little bit more. So now we're going to look at number 11. It says, for each statement, write and solve the equation to determine the number. So verify it. So we'll do number 11a. It says, a number divided by 4. A number divided by 4 is negative 7. So we have a number divided by 4 is 7. And now we have to do a solve. We can do our cross multiplication there. We get a number equals negative 28. And you're done. That's all you have to do on that one. Let's try C. It says half of a number. Half of a number is 2.5. Probably a better way of writing this is to write, we know that there's a 1 here, but we don't have to show it. So this is still half of a number. And this is going to be equal to 2.5. And we can do our cross multiplication again to get 5. Or you could do this way and realize that we're going to multiply by the reciprocal of 2 over 1 on both sides to get rid of the fractions. These guys cancel out. And I multiply this by 2 over 1, which is the exact same thing as getting 5. So 2.5 times 5 again. And we remember there's a 1 there. So you'd go 2.5 times 2 on top, 1 times 1 on the bottom, and you get 5 over 1, which we don't have to show. So we're just 5 again. Same answer. It doesn't matter how you do it. You can use n divided by the number, or you can use the fraction. Whatever works for you is the way to go. So you can try a couple of those on your own. Let's try number 13. Erica's thinking of a number. Okay, so let's let the number equal n. Just so we have it, we represent what the number is. If you divide her number, so n is the number, if we divide her number by 3 and then subtract 13.5, the result, which is equal, is 2.8. So again, a number divided by 3, subtract 13.5, the result is 2.8. Again, what you'll do here is you'll add 13.5 plus 13.5 and so on, and you can finish the rest. We're just showing you how to set some of these up. You should be able to do the algebra hopefully by now. If not, just come see me, please. Okay, so let's clear all that. And we'll move this up, excuse me, and we will try number 14. So it says parallelogram has one side shorter than 1.2 and the perimeter of that. Write an equation to solve for the determining the longer side. To do this one, we write the perimeter formula. So perimeter equals 2 multiplied by the length plus 2 multiplied by the width. That's where we start off always when we have a perimeter or area formula. Start with the real formula. It says that the one side is shorter than the other, and the perimeter is 6.6. So what I'd like to do is, if we know that the length is equal to the length, that makes sense, well, the width is going to be 1.2 times shorter, minus 1.2, because we don't know what the width is. Okay? So we're looking for the shorter side. It'll be this one. And now we take this and we substitute it back in there. Because what we don't want is we don't want all these different variables. We know perimeter is going to be 6.6. We know the length is length. And now we know that the width is length minus 1.2. So we've gotten rid of the W in this situation. Now we have lengths and lengths, and that's the only variable left. Before we had a width, we had a length, and we had a perimeter. Now we just have length. We will start doing the math. Distribute property, distribute, distribute. We get 2L plus 2L minus 2.4. And you will collect your like terms and all the stuff you have to do to solve that, but you'll keep solving that. But again, this worksheet is about setting up the actual equation. We'll try one more. We'll do number 17. Steve works in a clothing store. He earns that, or $19.25 a month, plus he earns 10% commission on his sales. 1 month he earned $2,700, and they want to know how much did he make. So he is earning $19.25 per month plus a 10% commission of his earnings. That's our variable. We don't know what his earnings are. That's what we're trying to figure out. This is the variable, so be careful. The biggest concern is 10% is 0.10. We'll multiply that by his earnings, plus he makes a standard rate of $19.25. This all has to equal $27.25. So what you'll do is you'll distribute here, figure what that is, minus $19.25 on both sides, and you'll keep solving to figure out how much he's made. But that's setting it up. So he makes $19.25 plus a commission of 10% of an unknown variable, which we don't know, which is X, and that gives me a value of $27.25. So hopefully that worksheet that makes sense to you, and hopefully the video works, and we'll have more to come.